People who complain about The Walking Dead talk about how much they want The Walking Dead to fail. We want The Walking Dead to end. We never say that. We want the season to keep going. We want the season to improve. We want to still love this show. Why? Because we've been watching this show as long as you have. You guys like to pretend like we don't care about it.
Hey, what is up, you guys? It is Tyler. Welcome back to the Tyler Williams channel, and welcome to another video. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. Most of you have all been waiting for. Part 2 of The Walking Dead Superfans Need to Chill. If you guys have not come from that video, you're just hopping over here. That's awesome. Thanks for clicking on this video. Very much excited to hop into this, knowing what we know now. With all the updates from The Walking Dead and the mid-season finale already happened. There's a lot more stuff to go off of now. If you're not here from The Walking Dead Season 8 Rant and Why The Walking Dead Superfans Need to Chill Part 1, link in the description, make sure you click on that video before you watch this. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hop straight... Oh, wow, I just realized that has 71 dislikes. Damn, I did not realize that many dislikes a long time ago. But anyway, guys, we're about to hop right... Honestly and truly, I did not realize that video had that many dislikes. I knew it had a lot of likes, but I didn't know it had that many dislikes. It's almost about to even out soon, which I don't really mind. I mean, to me giving my opinion on someone else's opinion, I'm going to expect to get a lot of dislikes. That's fine and dandy. I also did a video on Trev's Chan opinion, which got a lot of dislikes. And honestly, guys, I have all the respect in the world for Trev Chan. I do think his opinion is skewed a lot. But I did kind of intentionally, like, you know, contradict myself, kind of as a way to mock this video, and the guy contradicted himself quite a few times. But anyway, I mean, you know, it's whatever. I don't really care. It's me kind of poking fun of people because I do that a lot. Anyway, we're going to get straight into this because this is the moment you all been waiting for. We're going to hop off right where we left off. We're talking about the ZeusTuber and his opinion why the complainers, as we label ourselves, need to chill out. So let's get right into this.
They listened to us. They listened to the complainers of last season saying it was too slow. And made season 8 very fast paced. And now that they've made it fast paced, that's not good enough. They got to find something else to complain about. Oh, you know, there's budget problems. The CGI isn't that good. Oh, they're using green screen here. Yeah, I will admit, the show does have some budgetary issues. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, the show makes a lot of money. You would think they would have a much bigger budget. I don't know what's going on with that. I think that's more of an AMC issue than it is creators of The Walking Dead and a show problem. Because if the show had the budget...
To be fair, I've never complained about any of those things. When it came to, like, CGI and green screening and how the graphics look and the blood, I don't remember ever complaining about any of that stuff. So people who complain about that stuff, I don't understand why people tend to complain about how the show looks. If the content of the show is great, then you really wouldn't care about how the show... I mean, of course, you're going to care somewhat about how the show looks. You can't have a shitty looking show but have great monologue, because then it's going to be like... There's going to be a... off and off about the show, and you want the show to be perfect. But to an extent, I really don't care too much about how the show looks visually, as long as it's able to keep my attention. And that all being said, I have been watching the show for nearly 5 years, so at this point I kind of am used to them using CGI and green screen, so I can't really complain about it. But that's just me.
Yeah, you know, because like it's not like Nicotero and Giplo are like, let's have a really crappy CGI deer. You know, if AMC gave them the budget to have a better CGI deer that looked similar to the effects used for Shiva, then, you know, then it'd be a different story.
That is true.
I think there's a lot of unfair blame going to the show's creators and the show itself. A lot of it has to do with decisions that the network is making, which we shouldn't blame The Walking Dead for. Yeah, blame AMC. You know what? Screw AMC. They are weird about how they use the language and
You know what? I agree with this guy right here. You know what? Out of all the nitpicking I did in the last video, I actually agree with this guy. I think a lot of people actually do give them a lot of shit for their CGI and green screening when they don't really realize that most of the time AMC gives them the budget about what they're allowed to use, and that's why some of the shitty things you see going on in the show tends to happen. It's not their choice, it's really AMC saying, look, here's how much money we're giving you to make this episode, work with what you got. So I agree with this guy on that point. Let's see if maybe if we go further into this video, if I'm going to actually start agreeing with this guy, because who knows, maybe I'll come around. Maybe the first part was me disagreeing, and then the second part is me agreeing with him the whole time. Let's see.
Shows like Fear the Walking Dead has gotten 2 F words now. They said that applies to Walking Dead now too, but we haven't seen that yet. Granted, let's see, it might play out. They might both be in the second half of the season, or we might get one in the mid-season finale this weekend. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But it definitely seems like AMC is a little bit shady and fishy about certain things they do. Now, that's not The Walking Dead. That, like, for those of you, I think this is common knowledge at this point, but AMC is the network that owns Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, all the shows underneath it. AMC gets the final call on a bunch of things. If they gave full creative leeway to the Walking Dead crew with Gimple and their team of writers and Galen Hurd and David Alpert, all them, and gave them more the money that they probably deserve, then we would be getting better special effects, maybe longer episodes, less commercials, that type of thing. But AMC is the one, as a network, is the one who controls all that. So it's not fair to put the blame on the show for that matter. Because I know people are like, oh my god, Walking Dead has so many commercials. It's not The Walking Dead doing that. I feel like if they had the budget, or if they had the allowance to do so, they would have it like Game of Thrones, limit no commercials.
I agree with him again. You know what? A lot of people tend to give the creators shit, and I give the Scott Gimple shit a lot. A lot of people give this guy shit. And in my previous video, one of my other videos, I was talking about how Scott Gimple, has, made his way up the rankings. He got promoted. And how you guys should be excited, because now Angela Kang, who's now in his position, has to report to him. In that video, I did talk about how Scott Gimple does have higher ups. He has to report to somebody, and that person he has to report to is AMC. He has to report to them. Like, everything that he does, if AMC doesn't want it to happen, then he has to change it up. So while Scott Gimple is a big blame in a lot of the crappy decisions made on the show, AMC is just a big blame too. Hell, Carl dying was a Gimple decision, and AMC decided to promote him because of it. So if anything, that decision is more to blame on AMC's part than Scott Gimple, because they basically endorsed it. But I don't know if they not pay attention to what the fans what the fans think about that, but obviously they were like, you know what, you did such a great job killing Carl, here's some money. But anyway, let's get straight to this video. You know what, I actually am not having anything wrong with what this guy's saying so far, but let's see what else he has to say.
Limited commercials, for that matter. And then it's just the reason I haven't been uploading that many videos is just because, like I said, it's more fun to be in this community of TWD family when everyone is like in a good mood about it. We're all like, yeah, that was great. Did you see that awesome Walker kill? When the camaraderie is pretty great, and there's a general positive consensus going on about the show. Even if you didn't like an episode here or there, but if it's usually general consensus that it was a good season or whatnot, it's more fun to talk about. I think this has been a fantastic season thus far. Although it's been mostly battles, it's been all-out war, is something that most of the fan base has been screaming for years now. All-out war. When's all-out war? When's Rick versus Negan? When's the battle gonna start? And now that they're giving us all these battles, it's like, nah, we don't want this. So, like, make up your mind, TWD family. Come on. Stop nitpicking.
All right, let me stop him right there. He thinks fantastic shit. I just agree with him. But he was saying how, I don't want to upload because it's not positive in the community anymore. And, dude, reality check. It is not season 5 of The Walking Dead where everything was great and there was nothing to say wrong about this show. It is not season 4. When, while this wasn't the best season in the world, it led to season 5, and overall it was a good season. And while there was some nitpicking about the show, it was still overall really good. We are now at season 8. 3 seasons after season 5, we've been introduced to a whole slew of new characters. A lot of the older characters are now gone. And on top of that, we've gone through at least like 3 or more different villains leading up to Negan. So, a lot of the people who've been here are starting to find a lot of this quite tedious, old, and they're getting tired of it. So yes, you're going to have some complainers. I don't understand how you think that everyone is going to be so giddy about the show after 3 years. It's just not logical. People are going to get tired of the same thing over and over again over a period of time. It happens. It just happens. Too much of something leads to you getting a bit tiresome of it. That's just the fact of nature. I can eat cake. I love sushi. Sushi is my all-time favorite food. I love mostly the eel roll. I can eat it all the time. But here's the thing. I eat sushi in moderation. I don't try to eat sushi every single week. I try to eat it at least once or twice a month. Mostly once a month. Because I know that if I eat sushi every single day, I'm going to get tired of it at the point. The only food I think I can eat every single day and not get tired of is pizza. But other than that, any other food, if I eat it every single day, I'm going to get tired of it. And you know what? I'm not going to like that food anymore. And that's the same with The Walking Dead. I've been watching The Walking Dead every single Sunday since 2013. So, of course, after a while, I'm going to start to get tired of the show, especially when it's not improving. If the show were improving, it might be a different point of view. I'm not saying that I wouldn't have anything to say bad about the show, because that's just, like I said, it's just a fact of nature. You're going to have something bad to say about something that you've been working with for a long-ass time. But I'm still going to have that, I'm still going to be pretty positive about it. But, dude, come on now. You can't honestly believe that everything was going to be okay after years and years and years of the same thing. It's not like they added some new conglomerate element to The Walking Dead. It's really rinse and repeat. New area, new villain, new problem. And then once that's over, they start walking and walking and walking until they find a new area, new villain, and new problem. That's basically all we've been getting for the past, since the very beginning. No, not since the very beginning, since season 3 of The Walking Dead. Because seasons 1 and 2, there was no villain. And why people complain about season 2, and I'll complain about season 2, and how they were on a farm the whole time, there was no villain in that entire season. That's one thing that season 2 is unique about, that the next seasons that follow it don't have. It would be very unique to find a season where there's no villain. I mean, there might be hints of a villain, but there's no villain. That would be very interesting to see a show where it's focused on the walkers again. And that's kind of what I want to see in season 9. I want to see a show focused on the walkers again. We've distanced ourselves so far from the walkers that we barely even see them in episodes anymore. Now it's just Negan and Rick, and I much like to see that. I like to see action between the two, but I'd like to see the walkers mattering again. And I think they kind of reestablished that when Carl got bit by Walker, which I still don't understand why, of all the goddamn things you have Carl die from, there's being bombs hurled at the place. Carl almost got shot by Negan. Carl almost got bludgeoned by Negan. Of all the things he died from, he got bit by a walker. Like I said, maybe this is just them saying, hey, the walkers are still in effect, that you could die any moment. But why would you establish that with Carl, of all people? You could establish that with any other character but your main one. Carl is basically on the same level as Rick, and could you imagine if Rick got bit by, here's the thing. If Rick got bit by Walker and it was established that this is the final season of The Walking Dead, I would buy it. But we know this is not the final season of The Walking Dead. So Carl getting bitten by walkers, just like, why did this happen? I don't understand. I don't even remember what this guy even said. I kind of went into that bit of a rant, but let's continue on.
If you don't like that they didn't have Michonne in 4 weeks, That's one thing. All right, does that make the episode bad? Not necessarily. I think the episode's been pretty good so far. Granted, yes, I know a lot of you in the comment section be like, TZT, you're a fanboy. Yeah, I am a fanboy. I've been watching. I'm 20 years old right now. I'm a junior in college. I've been watching this.
You look like you. What? He's 20? Boy, I'm 20. I thought this dude was like 24, but then I guess the facial hair. I don't have facial hair, so let's. Just the odd part to throw in there. I did not. I thought this dude was like at least 24, 25. I did not know he was. Okay.
This show since I was 8th grade. In middle school, I have a lot of time, hundreds and hundreds of hours devoted into just all things Walking Dead. Whether it's talking about it to you guys on here, or talking about it with my friends, or just watching episodes over and over and over again because I'm sick. I spend the money every year to get the box sets. I've logged so much time into this show where I am committed to seeing it through to the end, no matter what direction.
See, he's just like me, and that gets into one thing I wanted to really mention here, and he just brought this up. I am just like this guy, okay? We may not have the same skin color, but I'm just like him. I'm 20 years old. I've been watching this show since 8th grade. Okay, 8th grade. Been watching this show since 2013. Alright. Well, no, I guess that means 9th grade. But anyway, that's 1 year off. I've been watching this show for the same amount of time. I've been watching it every single Sunday. I watch it with my grandparents and my mother. We're all big fans of the show. Every single week since the end of season 4, we have the disc sets of season 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. I have socks. I have blankets. I have shirts. I have buttons. I have posters. I have all the things Walking Dead merchandise. I sent tweets out to them. I have retweeted other actors to the show. I have watched The Talking Dead week in and week out. And I always try to watch the show over to find things. I've watched reviews of the show after they ended. I try to go to school and I try to talk to people, and people be like, that's such a dumb show. I've converted some of my friends to Walking Dead fans. I'm just the biggest fan as he is. I am just the biggest fan, and there are people here who probably share the same story as me. We're just as big a fan as this guy is. We still like the show, okay? I love this show. I still love The Walking. I still want to love The Walking. I don't love The Walking Dead anymore. I just really like the show because I kind of soured on it. You know what? I still love The Walking Dead. I can't say I don't love The Walking Dead. I still love The Walking Dead. I still watch it every single week because I'm a fan of the show. I am a fan of The Walking Dead. As much as you guys don't want to think I am, I don't log on YouTube just to complain about The Walking Dead. That's not what I do. If something's bad about The Walking Dead, I'm going to say it's bad because I still want the show to improve, and I want The Walking Dead by some way of life. I want The Walking Dead producers to see it, or someone to see it and agree with me and share it along, and maybe along the way someone who works for the show will find this out like, oh my god, someone thinks this is going wrong. Maybe we're doing something wrong. Maybe we can improve it somehow. It's just like everyone else. We want the show to improve. We don't want the show to fail. So for all the people out there, because I had a lot of dislikes, a lot of commenters who kept on trying to beat down my bush, saying that, dude, all you doing is logging on and complaining about the show, complaining about other people's opinions. Why don't you go get a life? Why don't you actually enjoy the show? I do enjoy the show when it's actually putting on good stuff, but week in and week out, it hasn't been. So I haven't had a reason to enjoy the show. And just because I don't enjoy the show doesn't mean I still don't love the show. I still like The Walking Dead through in and throughout. I still love the show. Okay? So I need all of you who keep complaining about me complaining to do me a favor and fuck off with that shit. Because it pisses me off when I log on and people are just like, why are you complaining about the show? Why don't you just sit back and enjoy the show like all of us? Because I'm not going to sit here and pretend like everything's okay when it's not. It's not okay. It's not great. It's not perfect. And you shouldn't treat it like it is either. Because some of you know that it's not good. You know that it's bad. But you'll sit here and continuously talk about how the show's still great. Because you've been watching it for so long, you don't want to say anything bad about the show, right? That's how most of you think. You don't want to say anything bad about the show because you've been watching it for so long. And I feel the same way. I don't want to say anything bad about The Walking Dead, but I feel compelled to because I know if I don't, I'm just faking it. I know I'm faking it if I don't say that this show's bad. Some of you are faking it, and you have to stop doing that. I'm not saying you should hop on a bandwagon, the complainer bandwagon, I'm just going to call us. You should hop on a bandwagon and complain about the show every single week. Because like I said, I don't want to complain about the show every single week. But the show gives me a reason to complain. That's why I do it. So fuck off. Okay? Fuck off. Talking about if you don't like it, why don't you stop watching? If you don't like what the hell I'm saying, why don't you click off the damn video? Exactly. That's how I feel about it. And I'm not talking to all of you, okay? I'm talking to the people who constantly try to tell me I should stop watching, and constantly try to tell me, oh, I should chill the fuck out because I keep on complaining about people. I keep on complaining about other people's opinions. I keep on complaining about The Walking Dead. Why don't you do me a favor and actually sit down and think, this isn't the only guy complaining about the show. Maybe, just maybe, if him and other people are complaining about the same thing, maybe there is something wrong with the show. Did you ever think that maybe if enough people are saying the same thing, that there is something wrong about the show? No, you can't be serious, right? You mean the perfect show has something wrong with it? Oh my god! Yes, guys, chill out, please. Let's continue on.
The show takes. Like, I am in here for the long haul, and I guess just as a fan like that who will watch the show whether it does ridiculous things or not, it's just, I guess for me, it's kind of like, if you're going to commit to the show to begin with, why stop watching?
You know what? I can't even continue on to this. I'm gonna agree with this guy. I agree with this guy at the end. I'm gonna end. I don't even want to know what else he has to say because I'm gonna end it right. I'm gonna end it on that good note because you guys saw it throughout this entire episode that he was speaking. I agreed with basically every point he made. I'm not all bad. Okay, I still like the show. I still love the show. And he just said, if you've been watching this show since the very beginning, why would you just stop? And that's how I feel. I've been watching this show for years. Why would I just stop all of a sudden? And I said, I may stop. But deep down inside, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop watching the show. I don't want to stop watching the show because I know I've been watching it for way too long. I'm just getting tired of it, constantly making the same mistakes and not learning from it. That's what I'm tired of. I'm not tired of the show. I'm still a fan, and I'm probably still going to be a fan when the show goes into season 9. But I need you guys to chill out. I'll chill out when you chill out. That's how I feel, and that's how all the complainers and everyone in the community should say that to each other. I'll chill out when you chill out. The complainers will chill out when the fanboys chill out. And the fanboys, you should chill out when the complainers chill out. And maybe when we all chill out and watch the show in peace and harmony, which will never happen, we can all have a good time and enjoy the show. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this. That's gonna do it, guys. A bit of a rant on why I am still a fan of the show and why I don't even know what else to say. You know what? I'm gonna end this right here. Short video, part 2. Thank y'all for watching this video. I forgot to shout this guy out. Shout out to Laugh to Us. He made a 2-part video why The Walking Dead sucks, which is really funny, and I would advise you guys go watch it. Tell him I sent you. Anyways, I love you guys as always. Comment down below. What did you think about my rants? Did your opinion change of me now as it did from the previous Walking Dead videos I made? If it did, awesome. If it didn't, okay. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I love you guys as always. I'll talk to you later. I will be doing a review for The Walking Dead episode 9. because that is a big episode when Carl actually dies, and I want to see it, and I want to review it. So I will be reviewing that episode. So make sure you guys tune into this channel on February 25th when The Walking Dead comes on. I will review that episode, and I will tell you guys what I think, honestly and truly. And I will continue to review The Walking Dead comic books as well. I love you guys as always, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace out.